that was sweet. I ended up getting over the next couple years a couple more album cuts with some other big artists like Justin Moore and Jason Aldean, and I got a cut in 2017 with this new artist at the time named Morgan Wallen, who is huge now, and which is crazy, and ended up being his first number one, a song called Up Down, that I also played for the videos.
If you're paying attention.
So
if you're following along at home.
If you're link in the description.
link in bio. But so yeah, that was
just to pause on that for a second. What was that like to have that first? I mean, because I'm sure, getting to that point, you had seen various forms of success with your songwriting, but to have that sort of stamp of approval of, oh shit, this is a number one. Fuck. Like, what did that feel like?
Man, it was crazy. It's funny because we actually, I signed that deal in 2014. I wrote that song that went number one in 2015. It got released in 2017, went number one in 2018. So things just move so slow in the music business, like the whole, hurry up and wait, as with everything when you're playing shows, anything. It's really frustrating, but at the same time, it was just a weird feeling of like, okay, something that I did 4 years ago or however long, 3 years ago is like successful now. Because it's funny because everyone all of a sudden is like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like we should work together. You know what I mean? It all of a sudden validates you. You're like, I was doing the same thing 3 years ago, but whatever. Yeah. So it's cool. It was really cool, man. I mean, it opened a lot of doors for me. That other song I played, Watered Down Whiskey, like it helped me get to play at the Grand Ole Opry. Which was like really at the top of my bucket list when I moved to town. So that was really cool. And yeah, I mean, it helped me book better shows and do all kinds of stuff. So it's been a real blessing. And forever grateful to Morgan Wallen and his team for believing in that song. And, really did change my life. So yeah, that was really crazy. It felt really cool. And, it's funny, like, I think that song is very catchy and it's fun. Did I think it was going to be the song that changed my life? No, I didn't. But what's funny is that I wrote a lot of songs in that vein at that time, and country music at that time was living in this, I jokingly call it simp country, but it was like boyfriend country. And it was like really lovey-dovey. It was very lovey-dovey at that time because everyone was almost like rebelling against Florida Georgia Line's initial like bro country thing. And everyone's like, man, the whole redneck kind of thing is not, it's not hot right now. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, I got like this Southern rock leaning thing that I do. And it's just funny that song just got heard by Morgan Wallen's manager. And he was like, man, Morgan Wallen could really use this song. And it's not really what FGL's doing, but then they featured on it and they were the biggest band in the genre at the time. So that kind of helped pull Morgan Wallen up a little bit. And he was out on tour with them. And
when this is transpiring, and not just to kind of sit in this particular one, but I'm just curious, when all this is transpiring, are you sort of skeptical because like you said, I mean, as I used to work in music publishing myself, and it is a lot of it's the long game. Everything takes forever.
Game, yeah.
And as you're sitting through all that, does it feel like in the back of your head, you're like, this isn't gonna pan out. Like this isn't gonna, or are you kind of rooting for it?
I think you almost have to just have blind optimism.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've been incredibly blessed with so many things in my life, but like I think one of the things you have to do in the music business is have just completely unrealistic blind optimism that everything's going to work out.
It's manifest it into reality.
Yeah, you really do. Because if you're just like, oh, this is like, I mean, and I have those conversations with co-writers all the time where they're like, man, the music business sucks, and we dissect why it sucks. Because it's really easy to do that because it does suck. But still believing in yourself and just thinking like, I can't remember who said it. It was like, when somebody's going to do it, might as well be me. And it's like, I might as well, you believing in yourself, your talent, whatever you have, and just, I don't know, going to work at it. Like, I mean, I was very fortunate that coming right out of college, I got a songwriting deal that paid me enough to live and not have to go scoop Chipotle at the moment, because that's probably what I would have done, because I love Chipotle, if they would have given me some for free. But it just allowed me to write like songs 5 days a week I just left my last company, but I had a deal for like 11 years straight is whenever I signed. So being able to do that just allowed me to write a ton of songs and just have a lot of stuff. And it not only fed my own artist career to have my own songs that I can release and do myself, but have other songs that I get to pitch to other people. So I don't know, man. I felt like believing in myself and just going, hey, look, I might as well do this and hope for the best. It's like kind of, I don't know. I've just always thought that. And the game's changed multiple times.
Yeah.
I think life just happens to you. We were talking earlier. It's like, yeah, it kind of does. It's like, you just have to like try to give yourself the best opportunities around what's potentially, going to happen for you. Did I foresee in any of the success I've had happening the way it did? Absolutely not. None of it has been anything that I planned.
Hey, if you like that clip, subscribe to the channel for more clips. Subscribe to our main channel where you can listen to the full podcast. Give us a follow and listen to the live performances we have there too.